Good morning, day 24 on the Palmetto Trail. Yesterday I had to cut it short because of the severe thunderstorm and tornado watch, but I am back at it now doing the Lake Marion passage. I have this feeling I'm gonna get wet today though. It is pretty dark and it looks like it might rain again. I can't be a wimp, I guess. It's very beautiful. The birds are so cheerful. I just can't get over how dark it is in here. Well, we have finished the very special book of Ruth, and now we are on to 1st and 2nd Samuel, which describes a change of leadership in Israel from judges to kings, or from tribes of people to a monarchy. The books are named after the prophet Samuel, and scholars believe that he wrote most of the first book, and then Nathan or Gad are thought to have finished off the work. The book begins with a man named Elkanah, who dwells in the territory of Ephraim and belongs to the tribe of Levi. He is married with 2 wives, Hannah and Peninnah. Hannah is barren, and Peninnah apparently has a lot of kids. I just can't get enough of this swamp. These boardwalks are slippery. I almost fell on one. 3 times a year, all Israelite men appeared before God in Jerusalem. So this particular time in the story, both of his wives went with him. He gave a portion of offering for his wife Peninnah, but he gave a double portion to Hannah because he loved Hannah. Of course, Peninnah was jealous of his love for her, so she provoked Hannah severely and made her miserable and made fun of her for being childless. So it was year after year when she went up to the house of the Lord that Peninnah provoked her. So Hannah wept and did not eat. Then her husband said to her, "Hannah, why do you weep? And why do you not eat? Why is your heart so grieved? Am I not better to you than 10 sons?" This is the way a man comforts a woman. Well, Hannah did eat, and then she went to the tabernacle herself, and in bitterness of soul she prayed to the Lord and wept in anguish. Then she made a vow to God that if he would give her a male child, she would give him back to God all the days of his life, and no razor shall come upon his head. He was to be a Nazirite, and long hair is a part of the Nazirite vow, if you will recall the story of Samson. Anyway, it's heartwarming to find out that both men and women can make a vow to the Lord. Well, you can catch glimpses of the lake now every once in a while, but mostly it's woods walking. Oh, there's a good full glimpse of it. Well, Eli, who is the high priest at that time, was sitting on a seat near the doorpost of the tabernacle, and he saw Hannah's lips moving, but no sound coming out. So he assumed that she was drunk. Drinking was a problem even among those who worshipped in the sanctuary, and he was judging her because his own 2 sons, who were priests, had a drinking problem. But she stuck up for herself and said, "No, my lord, but I am a woman of sorrowful spirit. I have not drunk wine nor intoxicating drink, but have poured out my soul before the Lord. Do not consider your maidservant a wicked woman, for out of the abundance of my complaint and grief I have spoken until now." Then Eli said, "Go in peace, and may the God of Israel grant you your petition that you have asked of him." So she went away and ate, and her face was no longer sad. Oh, this is looking really nice. I'm gonna get out into some clearing. And there's chairs and a picnic table. Oh, this must be a campground for the Thru hikers. Very nice. What a special place to camp. Wow. And then they rose early and worshipped before the Lord, and then they went back home to Ramah. Oh man, this is steep. It's gonna be slippery. Well, they did what husbands and wives do, and God remembered her. And she conceived and bore a son and named him Samuel, which possibly means his name is God. I do believe it's raining, but it's not penetrating to me because of the thick trees. So that's great. When it was time to offer the yearly sacrifices, Elkanah and his household went, but not Hannah. "Not until the child is weaned. Then I will take him to appear before the Lord, and he will remain there forever." Please note that Samuel is still not there serving before the Lord. So the word forever means as long as a person is alive. Keep that tucked away in your brain for later. Nursing was done during the first 3 years of a child's life, and sometimes even longer. After he was weaned, they brought him to the house of the Lord in Shiloh, along with sacrifices and offerings. Hannah said to Eli, "I am the woman that stood here praying to the Lord for this child, and the Lord heard my prayer and granted my petition, and now I am dedicating him to the Lord." Samuel was looked upon by his mother not merely as a child, but as an offering to God. Therefore, she sought to have him trained for God during his earliest infancy. She must have ministered to his physical needs with much prayer and care, directing his thoughts toward the Lord of hosts from the very earliest of ages. How far-reaching is the influence of a mother in Israel? As we shall learn in future hikes, what a great man of God Samuel became. All because of his dedicated mother. Have you dedicated your child to the Lord? Even if they are old and grown, it's not too late. You can still pray for them. It's sure gotten stormy. This Lake Marion is a man-made lake. People are so rude. Oh, how dreadful. Like, really? gosh, floating in the water. Oh, how sad. Oh, look at this. That's a lobster mushroom. That is delectable. Wow. This is a marina. Oh dear, lots of lures in the tree. Well, that was a 4-mile walk and it's pouring, so grateful to have a camper to go to. I am so blessed on this trip.